this. I wish there was a way to like a set thing. Let me see. But my head is cut off. Let's see. All right, well, do that. That can wait 3 minutes. Grease this. Shut that. Grease this. So we're gonna make trippin' truffle parm tofu. Trippin' truffle tofu. So lightly greased. Okay. Oh, I need a bowl for that. A whisk. Yeah, lightly greased. Lightly. All right. The tofu. Yeah. All right, it's ready. It's ready. Oh, that's not ready. All right, so picture on the milk, plant perks, yeah, and no tea. Okay, good. So grab some potatoes. Potatoes with Barnatello cheese sauce. All right. Okay. Hello. Thank you for joining me on Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle Sunday brunch. It's vegan brunch. Usually I do vegan gluten-free, but today I have one item that actually has gluten in it. So it's a delicious item and a special item. So because of the story behind the brand, so I'm including it today, and I think you'll find it delicious and you'll like it. We are going to do a full brunch today. I have some exciting dishes for you using vegan products that are some of my favorites and some that I've just discovered. Many of them have been sent to me by the brand, so I've tested them. Except for the one gluten-free item, I will be testing that with you today for the first time. But I'm very excited about it. And some of my favorite appliances that not only, the audio's on, right? Okay, good. Oh my God. That not only will enhance your vegan lifestyle, but also help save the environment, not solely the animals, but also our planet. So I'm really excited to show you this all today. If you're not following yet, please hit that follow button so you're alerted to when Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle goes live again. I will be going live after this. I'll be going live. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And if you've been tuning in to my TV show or my here on Amazon Live or on my social media, you know that I am a breast cancer survivor. So I'm using this platform to help people navigate breast cancer, breast care, and prevention, risk and recurrence prevention via LVL, the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle Way, showing you and sharing ways, foods, products, items that I have used throughout all of it, throughout my treatment and care and recovery and for prevention. So later on today, I will be going live again for vegan breast cancer or breast care in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So do hit that follow button. That way you're alerted. I think I'm going to go live for that around 4 p.m. depending when we're finished here. I think we'll be done around 3, but we have a few really delicious dishes to make. So let's get started. I am going to first show you how to make. I don't think I've ever made this before. I've always wanted to make two potato dishes I've always wanted to make, and you can make this either way. I'm going to reveal it soon. I've always wanted to make gratin potatoes, and these are really delicious using a plant-based Havarti dill cream. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It's really easy, really pretty, really delicious, and healthy, and perfect for the season. You know, the holidays are coming up, so we want exciting dishes to add to the table, right? Either as a side or a main or appetizer. And this is a great one, whether you're entertaining at home or just for the week or to bring somewhere. Very easy, very pretty. I'm going to show you how to make it and all the tools I've used to create that. So this is one dish, gratin, and I've always wanted to make Hasselback potatoes. You can use that to make this as well. It's very pretty. So I'm going to show you this. Then next up on the menu is we are going to be making trippin truffle tofu. Tofu is a staple of my diet. It is for many vegans, and it is actually great for breast cancer, for breast health. Very, very healthy, organic tofu. So I'm going to show you with this vegan snack, which if you've been tuning in, you've seen me use it not solely as a snack, but in dishes. Last week we made pasta carbonara with the rosemary parm flavor of these. So today we're going to be using the trippin truffle parm to make a delicious tofu, which you can make as a scramble, or the way I'm going to make it, which is, let's say, the healthier version, steamed. So it's going to be very flavorful, healthy, and totally satisfying. We're going to make that. And next, the one gluten item, but it has that big vegan across it. We're going to make pancakes because, I mean, is brunch, breakfast, lunch, or even dinner anything without pancakes? So we're going to be making this. This only requires water and 2 tablespoons of oil. So very easy. We're going to be making that. And I'm going to show you how to make homemade almond milk. It requires very little, with one of my favorite appliances from a very high quality, trusted brand. So we're going to, oh my God, I haven't even gone live on here. Great. If you're tuning in, okay, now we're finally live on Amazon Live. I forgot to hit the button. So if you're on, I have this going to all of my other platforms. So if you are on any of the other platforms of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, please come to amazon.com/live/Lucia Vegan Lifestyle so that you can actually shop in real time, and you can even ask me questions, because if you're commenting on the other platforms right now, I would love to multitask, but I'm already multitasking, so I can't manage on my own 5 different platforms. So please come over to the Amazon Live. I'll tell you again I'll tell you again the link to join and hit follow so that you can be with me here. It's amazon.com/live/Lucia vegan lifestyle. You see it on my lower third, Lucia. Oh no, well, here it's Lucia's vegan lifestyle, but just Lucia vegan lifestyle, all attached. Come and join us here on Amazon Live so you can be part of the conversation. Ask me any questions and comments, and let me know where you're tuning in from, and we're just gonna have a good time. So let's do this. Let me bring up the first. Let me go to the live stream. Okay, there we are. Let me bring up the first item. So what we're going to do today, what we're going to do first is we're going to first make our gratin potatoes because they'll take a while to cook. So you're going to turn your oven to 375 degrees, right? And then you're going to grease a baking pan. Now, I made them in this round baking dish, but right now, because you don't want to watch me prepare 6 potatoes, I'm gonna make it in this smaller pan. So you can grease the smaller pan. I'm just gonna make 3 in this because, again, you don't want to watch me mandolining and preparing 6 potatoes. So I'm going to make a smaller demo for you of this delicious dish. Now, the item that I've just pulled up for you in the carousel is the actual cheese that we're going to use for the dill Havarti cream sauce. And it's a plant-based, it's all plant-based cheeses. It comes in all different flavors, as you'll see. And you can buy the variety pack, which is a pack of 6 delicious flavors of cheese spreads and dips. And they are so versatile. You can use them for anything from salad dressing to on toast. Last week, if you tuned in, I made just gluten-free toast with the Gouda spread and some dark cherry marmalade on top, or preserves on top. So today we're going to be using this. So easy, so flavorful. Let me show you the consistency. It's like a cream cheese consistency and very easy to spread. So that is going to be the cheese on top of our gratin potatoes. If you're just tuning in, this is our gratin potatoes with Havarti dill cream sauce. It's so good. So we'll be making that. Now, the first tool you guys can't see, so let me adjust the camera here. There we go. Okay, great. So the first thing we're going to do, I'll slide that over, is let me pull this up for you. We're going to use the mandolin slicer because it will make our potato slices uniform. Let me lean in here. It will make our potato slices uniform. And where is it? And then it's easier to slice. Here we go. It's easier to slice than just using a knife. And guess what? This one is on a special price today. It's 6% off. 6% off plus a $5 coupon. So you can add that to your cart right now. So what we're going to do is, you see these little settings? It has the knob in the back, and you can adjust the width that you want your slices to be. So I'm going to adjust this to a 1/4 inch. Now this one that I have is a little bit of an older model. The one that I pulled up for you is actually is actually an let me move this back, an upgraded version, because it offers more in the kit that it comes with, and it's the blades. It comes with more blades, I believe, and more accoutrement, accessories. So it's good. And again, like I said, it's on sale today. So grab it. At the time of this live show, when we're recording it, if you're watching it not live in the future, just know that at the time that this show was live, the price, the discount was accurate. So it might just be for today. I'm not sure, but I saw that and I wanted to include it for you. So we have our mandolin, and it's so easy to use. Okay, so you see how it has the needles? Okay, the prongs. So all you do, I like to slice my potato in half, and let me pull this up for you because I love my cutting board so much. It, part of being vegan is caring for the environment, and right, because we want to make sure that our planet is healthy and a safe place for all of us to thrive. So I like to use products and items that are made from recycled materials. And I love that this is green. I think it comes in different colors, but I love that this is green because it reminds me that I'm taking care of the earth, that I'm living a very green lifestyle. So I really like this. And I think it's pretty. You see it has the kind of like speckled aspect to it. I think it's really pretty. I've had this for years, so I love to share with you products that I find because I do not like to add to the junk pile, right? That's filling our planet. So I really love this. I see some comments coming in. Skippy, hello, beautiful to you. Kmart Kelly, hello. If you're not, thank you so much for joining. If you're not following yet, please hit that follow button so you can be alerted to forthcoming episodes of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. I cover everything from food to makeup to clothing to we're going to do breast cancer or breast care later in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it runs the entire gamut because my entire life is vegan. So I want to share with you my vegan lifestyle and finds here on Amazon to help you live your best vegan life. So if you're not following yet, please hit that follow button and let's get started. Skippy and Kelly, if you're just joining, we are making these delicious gratin potatoes using this plant-based dill Havarti cheese spread. So delicious. So right now I was talking about my beloved cutting board. Now I'm going to put it back to the mandolin because I'm going to show you how to slice the potatoes for our gratin. Where is the mandolin? There it is. Okay, so, and again, the mandolin is on sale today at the time of this show. So know that. Now I like to, I was saying the reason why I was showing you my cutting board is because I like to slice my potatoes. Can you see that? Nope. I like to slice my potatoes in half before piercing them into the mandolin. So can you see that? Okay, there. So here's my trusty. I'm going to just slice all 3 of them. This recipe calls for 6 potatoes, but I'm only making 3 right now because for the purpose of demoing the recipe for you. So I have my 6 potatoes sliced in half, widthwise, right? So all you do is, it's so easy, and you see it has the shape, the oval shape. So you just pierce the potato onto that and put it onto the mandolin, and then just slice. That's it. Easy. So easy. Look at that. And it will slice these beautiful uniform slices for you. Let me show you. See? All uniform slices. So if you don't have a mandolin, it's really a great tool to have in your kitchen for just a variety of different recipes. And I will be, of course, demoing it further in other episodes. So again, we'll pierce the potato and then just slide it easily along the mandolin. There you go. And then you just press this knob gently to help press the potato down, but you really don't have to put in much effort because it really kind of does it for you. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Let me turn it this way so you can see how it slices. Okay, our oven is heated to 375. If you're just tuning in, we're making these gratin potatoes, and we set our oven to 375, and now we're mandolining our potatoes to make this delicious, easy recipe. So I'm gonna slide it this way so you can see. Can I do it? Oh, I need a bigger kitchen. Okay, let me see if we can do this for you. Okay, there we go. I'm going on my counter, but do you see how it's slicing? Okay, so easy, man. So easy. I love it. All right, there we go. Great. So where is everyone tuning in from? I'm in New York, and this is Vegan Brunch. It's almost 2 p.m. here in New York, and I guess it can be brunch depending on what your lifestyle is. I'm trying to have it at a convenient time because I have viewers all over the world, all over across the US, and in the UK as well as Europe, and I think some Australia as well. Actually, one of my forthcoming guests, a book author, is from Australia, so she'll be on soon. Okay, so you see I've mandolined the potatoes, and I kind of put them back together a little in a way. So I'm just going to place that in the baking pan. Can you see? Move the mandolin. I'm just going to start lining them up like so. And I'm just showing you 3. And again, like I mentioned earlier, you can do this with Hasselback potatoes, so which is really pretty as well. And if you want to, you can do things like, put onion slices between the potato slices. It doesn't have to be between every single slice, right? Because it's a lot. But you can do things like that. Get creative. Let me finish mandolining the potatoes. Do it this way. Now, while I'm mandolining this, so let me tell you what else we're going to make today. I showed you, if you're just tuning in, we're making these gratin potatoes with Havarti dill cream, and we're going to make trippin truffle tofu, a healthy and very flavorful dish. We're going to make pancakes with a vegan mix, and I'm going to show you how to make almond milk. And I also have a ready-made cereal that is, it's really delicious, really healthy, by a woman-owned brand. Just very, very lovely people. And if you tuned in last week, you saw I did something decorative with my coffee cup using that same cereal. But today I'm just going to show you how to eat it plain because it's really good. All right, there's the mandolin, and you see it folds up for storage, right? The blades are sharp, so you have to be careful with them. It folds up easily for storage. It cleans very easily. Look, it has the 2 pieces. That's done. Great. Let me put it in my sink. Okay, now we have the potatoes. Can you see this? Okay, great. So I'm going to kind of, again, like I said, just kind of, let's say, put them back together. And they don't have to be, even, because it looks pretty with the various layers of potato. All right, and the last potato. And this is a dish that you can also make, you can make it for special occasions, like I said, but you can also make it, easily for dinner And like you see how easy it is, right? It takes like nothing. And or to prep for the week, right? Because there are several potatoes in it. You can make one if you want, but you can make the big pan like I did. And right, this is like 6 servings. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 potatoes, so 6 servings or 12 servings, depending on your diet and what you're using it for as a side or as a main. Okay, again, there's our pretty potato. Okay, and then this is what it looks like in the pan. Let me kind of arrange it a little prettier. Okay, so that's what it looks like in the pan. Now what we're going to do is I have prepared an oil topping to season it before we put it in the oven. Let me tell you what's in it. It's really also very, very easy. All right, here we go. So I already had prepared it. So this is just 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I put olive oil. Being Italian, that's what I like to use. Mediterranean. So 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt. And let me show you the salt that I'm using because it's very, I've been demoing this on this show and on other shows. Where is it? This is again a woman-owned brand. And you can see, if you can see, that that they contain, here we go, they contain 21 plants and minerals, plant-based vitamins and minerals, reduced sodium. The salt is reduced sodium, Himalayan salt. The ingredients are amazing. Himalayan salt, potassium chloride. The ingredients are from broccoli, spinach, kale, pumpkin, sweet potato, sunflower seed, all of these are organic. Sunflower seed, cranberry, chlorella, maitake, shiitake, and ashwagandha. So very, very healthy. It is so flavorful. I've been putting it on everything from my pasta to my popcorn. Really delicious. And it comes as a set with the black pepper. So in case you don't know, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and in small amounts, it's also very good. I mentioned Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also very good for breast cancer prevention and prevention of recurrence. So, and black pepper helps. It's essential for your body to use the turmeric, black pepper. This is such a peppery black pepper. It's very potent, so I really, really like it. The brand sent it to me a few weeks ago, and I've been using it in everything from my pasta to my popcorn. And I'm going to use it on the trippin' truffle tofu as well. You'll see that too. So the black pepper has, like I said, black pepper, turmeric, and again, the same nutrients from organic broccoli, spinach, kale, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, sunflower seed, cranberry, chlorella, maitake, shiitake. So you just use it as you would black pepper. You use this as you would salt. And again, it's very potent, so you need less of this than you would sea salt. So I have a half teaspoon of each in this mixture. Then there's a half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of dried dill. That's it. Very easy. So what we're going to do now is I whisked it, right? So we're going to take this silicone spatula, and let me pull it up because it's and it's such a simple tool, but I really like it because you can use it for everything from, scraping down your food processor on the sides. Mine, I accidentally put this in a blender that the motor was on, so it bit the tip off. So be very careful when you When you're cooking or preparing food using knives or blades, please be, or heat, please be very careful. So I like this. Silicone is vegan. So this is a vegan tool and I can use it. You can use it again, like I said, everything from scraping down your food processor to your blender to icing cakes. And look at what's going to happen here. It's so easy because we have these, we want to get this oil mixture, this oil herb mixture between all of these. So this tool is great because it's so thin and flexible. See? It's so thin and flexible. Not only is it great for spreading the oil on top, the oil and herbs on top, but you can also get, let me show you, right in between those potatoes and like with no effort. If you're using like, I don't know, what other tool you would, it would be longer. It would be a longer process. So I really like this because it gets right inside there. So you don't want to pour it on because you do want to get this in between the potatoes for flavoring and cooking. So just quickly, if I used to, it's easier. It was easier in the round pan because you see how they're compacted, right? So it was easy. They weren't moving around like they are in this smaller baking pan. Ooh. So I'm just going to do it fast. There we go. And again, it doesn't have to be between every thing. You can try. Time. All right. So now we're going to bake these. We're going to cover them. Whoop. Oh, it's such a delicious mixture. The combination of the salt and the salt and the pepper with the turmeric and the additional health benefits here, which is what I love. I love healthy foods that are flavorful and that seem, unhealthy. But I'm the kind of person who will eat a carrot and just savor it. So somebody made fun of me the other day because I got really excited about greens being, I was cooking on another platform and I got really excited about greens and they said, what a typical vegan you are. But there are vegans that do not like greens. So I'm, that category of vegan who does love foods from the earth. Oh God, this looks so pretty. Look at this. Look at how pretty that looks. Right? Pretty. Okay, so now we're going to cover this with aluminum foil. And let me show you the brand of foil that I use because, again, like I said earlier when we talked about my cutting board, I love brands and products that care for the earth. So this is 100% recycled heavy-duty aluminum foil. And the packaging is even recycled and recyclable. It tells you all of the materials that it's made, the environmental benefits, the usage, So I love brands like this that not only care for the animals, but for our entire planet and therefore us. So add this to your cart. And I'm also recycling because I used this for the gratin in the round baking pan. So I'm now going to recycle it and use it on the smaller baking pan. So I'm crouching down so you can see my whole head. All right, see? So it's covered. You can cover it with the foil or with a tight-fitting lid. Now I'm going to put it in the oven. All right. Okay. And I'm going to set the timer to 45 minutes because that's how long it will take. All right. 5. Now I'm going to put let me bring this up again for you. This is the dill Havarti cheese, plant-based cheese that we will be using. This is a woman-owned and family-run company. So again, another thing that we love about this. So the ingredients are just cashews, filtered water, apple cider vinegar, dried dill, nutritional yeast, and sea salt cultures. That's it. Easy, easy, like homemade almost. So I'm going to put this in the fridge for now because I don't want it to. Oh, let me show you if you're just tuning in. This is the consistency. It's like a cream cheese. I'll show you with my spatula. So you see it's softening now because it's been out of the fridge for a while, but this is going to be such a delicious complement to the herbed oil that we just brushed our potatoes with. So, all right, I'm going to put it back in the fridge until the potatoes are ready. And why don't we get started on our, oops, here's my menu. Why don't we get started on our tofu? So, again, let me bring up my cutting board. Thank you, first of all, for tuning in to Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle here on Amazon Live, helping you find vegan brands, products, and items to live your best vegan life. Let me bring up my cutting board again because we're going to prepare our tofu on this. And it's going to be so easy. Again, here is my cutting board. There we go. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, please hit it now. Skippy and Kmart Kelly, I don't know if you followed last Sunday or during the inaugural premiere vegan brunch episode here on Lucia's Lifestyle. But if you have not hit that follow button yet, please follow it. And don't forget to follow on social media. That way you're updated as to what's coming next here on Amazon Live. So if you Google Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, everything will come up. My TV show, Amazon Live, and all of the other platforms where you can find Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. So again, here is my cutting board, and I'm going to use extra firm organic tofu. So easy. Usually oops, there is water in there. Usually to prepare tofu, you can use a tofu press, but I have never used it to get the water out. Then this is extra firm, so it doesn't really hold a lot of water on the inside, which I love because that for making a dish like this, it's great. You can make scrambled tofu or let's say the healthier version like I'm doing. I just really like to steam it. I'm using the pan, my pot and pan set is it's stainless steel. Let me bring that up for you because actually the one that I have up here for you is even better than the one that I own because I've had mine for so long, and the one I have has, I think, 10 pieces, but this one has even more. There it is. So you know that that's a trusted brand, and the price is great, especially for what it offers, all of the pieces that it offers. So I have right here the skillet, and I'm going to grab this is the medium skillet. It comes with a smaller one, which I often use because if I'm cooking just for one, that comes in handy. But for today, I'm going to use this larger skillet, and it comes with an even larger one. These are all oven safe, so you can go from stove to oven to table, but of course, use pot holders when you're, handling it if it's hot, so that you don't get burned like I always do. Now I'm going to take the lid out. So I've got to dig in my cupboard to get it out. Okay. There we go. And that is the correct lid. Yes, bingo. Okay. So all we do is so easy. All we do is just cut this into 1/4-inch cubes. And I know a lot of people are kind of afraid of tofu because they've either never experienced it or had it cooked properly. Tofu, I always say, is my OG day one, because the second I declared to my parents that I was no longer eating animals when I was 12, my mother went straight to the store and found this tofu so her child wouldn't die of malnutrition. And I have never had a protein deficiency in my life. So thank you, Mama. You know what I wanted to do here as well, which I should have done before, was also cut it in half horizontally, because then we have these even 1/4-inch cubes. So, and it depends also what tofu, what brand you're using. So what do we have now? The pots and pans. It depends what brands you're using, because they all come in different shapes. But here we have these great 1/4-inch squares. And you know what I like to do? I know, like I said, people are scared of tofu, but I love tofu so much that I will even eat it. Don't want to do that. Like this, with a little sprinkle of salt. So good. So people say they crave meat or whatever. I crave meat. I crave walnut meat. I crave coconut meat. I crave mushroom meat. I crave plant meat. We crave protein. So whenever I bite into a piece of tofu like that, like we can even put some of the delicious pepper on this. Let me bring that salt and pepper up again, because it is so flavorful. Going to the wrong app. So even this, even just a little sprinkle of this black pepper on the tofu. Oh, amazing. Oh, let me show you actually. Oops. You see how beautifully that coats it? So if you're familiar with tofu scramble, or you know that turmeric is one of the ingredients that is used in tofu scramble, not only for the health properties, but also to give that yellow color. This is going to be so good. All right, so all you do is put a little water. I have the tofu water. You just put a little bit of water in your skillet. Just a little, enough to steam. I'm going to get some from the sink. Okay. There you go. So just toss the tofu in. And I have had tofu in every single way, and every form of it. Silken, extra firm, every single way. Hot, warm. Oh my God, homemade warm, so good. Tofu pudding. All right, so what we're gonna do here, let me put this here. We have our tofu in water. We're just gonna, okay, so you see it's like just covering the bottom. And if if it's getting overcooked, if it's starting to stick to the pan, you can always put a little more water in. So we're just gonna sprinkle the salt over that. Okay, like I said, the salt is pretty potent, so you really don't even need the same amount that you would use for the same amount you would use of like sea salt, and then the new pepper with turmeric. So that's going to also give it a nice color. Okay, and again, the pepper as well is pretty potent. So now this is a snack. I'm going to pull that up for you in the cart right now. This has become very popular on my live streams. People are really loving this product. Let me tell you, this is such a great snack because it's not only does it taste delicious. Let me show you what it's like. It comes in 3 different flavors. Let me tell you what flavors. Oops. It comes in. Where are you? It comes in this flavor, which is Trippin Truffle Parm. And it comes in, I should know this. I should know it comes in, here we go. Come here. Come here. Trippin Truffle Parm. I should know this because I've been using them for like weeks now. And I have even interviewed the owner of the company, the founder of the company on my TV show. And this is also woman owned. So Trippin Truffle Parm, red rosemary and salt, which we used last week when I made the pasta, the gluten-free pasta carbonara. No, not carbonara because we didn't use bacon. What did I use? Pasta with the mushrooms, the rosemary mushrooms. And it comes in twisted Thai chili, which I will show you something fun we'll do with it later when our tofu is done. So those are the 3 flavors that it comes in. You can get that sampler pack so that you can taste all of them. Now let me show you what it's like. It's just like a dehydrated mushroom, packed with flavor. You can see the flavor on top of it, right? Crunchier than a potato chip. So dense, so flavorful. It's such a good healthy snack because it's so satisfying. You could eat the whole bag and it won't be bad for you, but it's so satisfying that after a serving, you're just satiated. And it's so flavorful. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add some of these Trippin Truffle Parm mushrooms to our tofu. Now you can soak these for about an hour if you want, because what happens when they're soaked is it rehydrates them, like reconstitutes them, and it just gives them kind of a meaty texture. So I'm going to just put them in here because I think they'll steam a little bit while it steams. So they'll rehydrate and get a little bit of a meaty texture and add a little bit of crunch to our tofu. So we're going to do that, and then when it's done, we're going to drizzle. I told you that I put this salt and pepper on my popcorn. Let me tell you what else I put on my popcorn. And if you're not following yet, hit the follow button because I will be doing vegan gluten-free snacks episode here on Amazon Live on Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. So hit the follow button. That way you're notified when I'm going live, and you'll catch those because I have some exciting snacks coming up as well. So let me bring this up. So on my popcorn, oh my God, I drizzle this on and it is so delicious. So we're going to finish our Trippin Truffle Parm tofu with some of this when it's done. And you know what? You can also, what I also like to do is add some, let me do that now. Hold on. Kale. Yes, I'm a fan of kale. So I usually put it in my smoothie in the morning, and I do try to add it to, other dishes. I eat a lot of greens. But this is why I look so much younger than I am. So you can just toss some kale in there and it will steam nicely with look at how pretty that looks already. Right? Doesn't it look pretty already? Okay, so we're just going to turn on the heat. And I'm going to put that on a medium. Flame. Cover it. Don't cover it all the way. I cover it partially. That way I can also keep track of what I'm cooking. Let me wash my hands. Okay, I see someone else has entered. Ricky, hi, how are you? Ricky, we met last week on my inaugural vegan brunch episode, Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle Vegan Brunch here on Amazon Live. And Ricky was one of the was here in the kitchen with us. So nice to see you again. So Ricky, you're just tuning in, I guess. Let me tell you what we're making. Oh, happy Sunday, buona domenica, as we say in Italian. So Ricky, we have in the oven some gratin potatoes that we're making with Havarti dill cream. So this is the finished dish, and I'm showing how to make, excuse me, I'm getting all choked up. I'm showing how to make that. And now, excuse me, I'm getting all choked up. And now we're making this delicious triple truffle parm tofu with the triple truffle parm mushrooms. And we're going to finish and with this delicious salt and pepper that you saw also last week, really potent. And we're going to finish it off with what's in the carousel right now. This amazing. This is actually a very popular item on Amazon, and you'll see why. I was just telling people that I drizzle this on my popcorn. It is so good. So we're going to finish that tofu dish with that. Our potatoes have another half hour to go. The tofu is steaming very well. And shall we get to our pancakes? What's the greens on top of Ricky? That's kale. So you can add, it's tofu and mushrooms, these mushrooms, which I'll pull up let me pull them up in the carousel. Because those are a snack, but I've been using them. If you remember last week, Ricky, I put them in the pasta, in that delicious mushroom pasta that I made. So this week I'm using them for I love collard greens, Ricky. And you know what I didn't know? Because I'm like, I love greens, and I always thought iron. Collard greens are packed with protein. Did you know this? I had no idea. I love collards, and also I love collards as wraps, right? Instead of using like a tortilla or whatever, or flour wrap, even gluten-free. I love using collard greens as wraps. They're so delicious and add an even healthier element. So the tofu is steaming. So I got this from my father. I'm stirring things in a skillet with your hands. And the mushrooms are still, I think I should have soaked them, but they're getting reconstituted. And the greens are slowly steaming. So we got that going on. Let me put the kale away. And now, since it's brunch, I think in LA it would be 2, 1, 12, 11, 11:30 in LA, so it is still brunch. Let's make our pancakes. Iron and protein, yes, collards. Put collard greens up, but they are a lot of work. Yeah, they are. You have to wash them 3 times, then a garbage bag full of greens cooks that only adds about. That's the same thing with spinach, right? So I'm like, I'm not eating a cup of spinach. I'm going to eat 10 because it reduces. But for some reason, the brands that I buy, I guess the grocery store that I have, Ricky, you do what my parents do. They, my parents fill the sink with water, and I'm talking in our Italian dialect. They, they bathe the greens in it, then they drain it and they fill it again. But for some reason, the brands that I buy are like triple washed already. So sometimes I just rinse them by myself, or sometimes they're done already. So there's no need to do any of that. So, but maybe you're getting yours at the farmer's market or somewhere better than where I'm getting mine. All right. So I promised to show you how to make homemade almond milk. I'm going to make it in this next appliance that I'm going to pull up. And you know what? I'm going to confess, it's confession time. I have had this appliance, I think, since about 2007, because when I moved back to New York from Italy, my sister, chef, who is actually She's my consultant on most of the recipes that I create on the TV show and here, because she is a trained chef. My father is an autodidact. He basically taught himself to cook. He's a professional. My mother is an insanely talented cook and inventive. The things she's invented for me with tofu, you would never believe. And so my sister, I totally digress. My sister bought me this appliance when I came back from Italy. And I used it for the first time this morning because I wanted to show it to you. And oh my God, life changer. So I'm always talking about how I like to buy products and items that, are recyclable, like the foil that is in the carousel, or my cutting board that's also in the carousel, made of recycled materials. And I always avoid buying plant milks in the store because the packaging is so, it's not recyclable mostly, right? It's that dense kind of, I guess, coated cardboard. So I never buy it. And now I can't believe it took me this long to look at how beautiful this almond milk is. This is 1 liter of almond milk using, guess what? A 1/4 cup of almonds. So what you do is, and look, I love soaked almonds because they get lighter. So 1/4 cup of almonds. Let me check the tofu. Can you see that? It's like seasoned. I'm gonna actually toss it a little bit so the seasonings coat everything here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So the kale is, the kale is steamed. The mushrooms, yep, the mushrooms have rehydrated. So they're nice and meaty. All right, let me see if this needs more seasoning. Let's have a little taste. So this is the tofu seasoned with the salt and pepper. Let me bring that up for you. I'm a tofu addict. Tofu lover. I'm going to season it some more because I didn't toss it first and it didn't coat everything. So I'm going to put some more of the salt and pepper on it. Again, if you haven't bought this yet, you really are missing out. I love this salt and pepper combo for the flavor. It's all organic. Whoops, it's starting to burn. Let me add some water to this. Okay, I'm going to lower the flame because it's actually cooked. So I'm just going to toss it to coat all the pieces. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, you can do this with a tofu scramble, but I try to avoid using, cooked oils and stuff just to be healthier. And I do, people have this aversion to tofu, but this extra firm tofu, look at how meaty that is. I'm gonna put that on a plate. Oh my God, can you see our meal so far? This is our brunch so far. What do you think? What do you think? We have our potatoes, our gratin potatoes. Ouch. Our tofu with mushrooms and kale. Oh, amazing. I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm going to just put the lid on that so it stays warm. I turned the flame off. I'm going to cover it loosely so it stays warm. We have 20 minutes until our potatoes are done. Okay, so back to the almond milk. So this machine is a very trusted brand. I have several appliances of theirs, I think 3. My juicer, which you saw last week, this, and I have a travel blender. all of which I love. I'll show you again. If you're not following, hit the follow button, because I'm going to start doing vegan snacks, vegan gluten-free snacks here on Amazon Live. So I'll be showing you the personal blender, the travel blender. It's so, I've actually put that thing in my suitcase for trips overseas, for road trips overnight, because it's so versatile. You can make everything from smoothies to salad dressings to peanut butter. So it's this same brand. So this is what you do. You soak almonds, a quarter cup of almonds. If you want to make a pint, right? I'm sorry, a liter. You soak just a quarter cup of almonds overnight or for 4 hours. These are overnight, and then some, and then some. So then when you're ready to use them, you rinse them very well. Be sure to rinse them very well, especially if you use cashews. You must rinse them very well. So what happens when you soak nuts is not only that they become softer, but they're more easily digestible, and it reactivates the enzymes. So you're getting more of the nutrients. Now it's just so easy to use. Let me slide some things over. Okay, very, very easy to use. Okay, so now I don't know if you'll be able to see this. It has 2 fill lines in it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to spill water on my equipment here. Yeah, I think that shows it. Okay, so here, can you see that where my tip of my finger is? There are 2 fill lines, and one is for 0.8 of a liter, and one is for 1.3 liters. So I'm filling it to the top line. Okay, now it comes with everything you need. So it has 2 of these baskets. I should show you. Well, it comes with 2 metal baskets. One is for like rice, because you can make rice paste. You can make porridge in this with oatmeal. You can grind things. You can grind coffee in this. It's a really versatile machine. I really like it. And I think, yeah, today when we're live, I don't know about, if you're re-watching this, if you didn't catch it live, today it's 8% off. So it's a very good price. It's already priced really well, especially since you can have quality and organic plant milk at home literally in a matter of seconds, like less than a minute. And it saves on packaging. You put it in your own glass container, so it saves on packaging. It saves the environment. It's a very, very vegan appliance. So here, I'm using now the soy. You see, it says soybean milk. I'm using the soybean milk container. So you just put your almonds in there, 1/4 cup of almonds. Oh, water all over my floor. Okay, 1/4 cup of almonds in there. Oh, let me leave this here because I'm going to show you later. Then the grinder. All you do, did I do this right? All you do, the other way. You just, the other way. I'm doing it clockwise, but it's counterclockwise. You just fasten it on, okay? Then you put it in your machine, fasten it on, plug it in. I like that the cords come off too. That's very convenient for storage. Oh, let me show you. Okay, so there are different buttons here. There's paste, mill, and milk. What we're going to use is mill, okay? So it's so easy to, there we go, it's on. So the red light is flashing and you hit mill. 7 seconds. Okay, so you do that like 4 times. The more times you do it, the thicker the milk is. So. I see comments. Ricky, I like appliances that the cord detaches from out like that. I like it too. Ricky, do you have this? Are you going to buy it? Are you making your own milk, plant milk at home? I really love this. What I usually do is I soak nuts, or sometimes I do the lazy version where I put it in my blender. But I'm really liking this because it actually makes milk instead of the way I do it. And another thing you can do is, if you want that to be sweet, you can add you can add flavor to this. Vanilla, you can put cacao if you want, or cocoa. You can also, if you want it to be sweet, you can put 1 pitted date in that. In the basket where I put the nuts, you can put 1 pitted date, and it will sweeten that for you. So it's really nice. And then I'm going to do this. I did it 4 times already now, so I'm going to do it this 5th time. We don't need the knife anymore. Okay, and there we go. So, guess what? I ran out of I ran out of containers to put it in. Hold on a second. Let me just pour it into a glass for you. A glass. Okay, so it also comes with the blade holder, so you won't. It's mess free. So let's see. Okay, there we go. And you see milk is still coming out. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and put it here, like so. Rinse my hand. Okay. Unplug it. And like Ricky and I we take the cord out so we can put that away immediately. I like cleaning as I go along, so at the end I don't have to, clean. All right, so look at our milk, right? It was like half a minute. So how delicious is that? Let me taste it with you. Oh my God, that is so good. So good, so good, so good. Cheers. Yeah, I would have liked a date in that. So now, let me show you something else with this. So after you can put, I'm going to put this in the fridge. So this is again the liter, and you see how it has, you see how it's a little bit dark. That's just a little bit of the meal. I'll show you the almond meal that stays in the basket. But you can strain that out if you want. I don't, because it's almond, so I'm going to keep it. Let me show you what happens. I'll show you how we clean out the basket. It's so easy. And this is what you get. This is what remains, this almond meal. And you can do a lot with this. You can either put it in your smoothies or on top of, your plant yogurt. You can even use this in your dehydrator, which you can make snacks with it and all different kinds of things. If you're not following yet, please follow, because I'm going to, if you're just tuning in, if you didn't catch this, I'm going to be doing a series on vegan gluten-free snacks, and I will be including the dehydrator in that. No cook snacks, just easy snacks for adults, college students, if you have kids, if you don't have kids, if you have company, for brunch, any meal on the go. So please hit that follow button so you're alerted when Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle goes live, and not only food, but all aspects of vegan living. The other thing is that if you don't already know, Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle has a curated storefront here on Amazon. I'm always updating the list. So there's everything from vegan PMS, which we covered last week. And if you haven't seen that yet, you can actually hit view my past live streams and take a look at that. Some of the products that I use to alleviate PMS or PMDD and menstrual symptoms. We do vegan makeup Mondays. I will be doing meatless Mondays. So please hit that follow button. That way you can enjoy everything that I'm finding here for you on Amazon so you can live your best vegan life. Okay, that's the meal. That's how it turns out. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean the basket of this machine. I see some comments. Let me take a look. All right, let's see. Oh, the dehydrator is the Excalibur. Oh, I should pull it up for you. You you have the Ricky, high five. Oh, thank you. Amazon customer said it was a great episode. That was the PMS one. Is that what you're talking about? Thank you. If you enjoy any of this and find items that help you, that make your life easier to be vegan and live vegan and go vegan and stay vegan, I'm happy. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that makes me so happy because I know so many people suffer from PMS and PMDD and menstrual symptoms. And I did before I gave up dairy. Oh, and guess what? I used to be a cigarette smoker. That might be how I got breast cancer because I started when I was a kid, even though I was this healthy vegan all my life, most of my life. So it's great to help people find. Did you find, Amazon customer, did you find and purchase products that helped you from that episode? I'd love to know because it means everything. This is exactly why I'm here, is to help. So I would love to know if you found products that helped you during that episode last week. So let us know. Thanks. I'm going to put this meal away in the fridge, and then I'm going to show you how we strain the basket after making the almond milk. Okay, so you just take a spoon. All right, and we have our lovely, you see, our milk catching basket holder here. So you just remove the motor, turn it counterclockwise, and oopsie. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here. Okay, doesn't really make a mess. Can you see this? Okay, let me tilt it towards you. Okay, so all you do, let me show you. Okay, you see there's like a little bit of foam and the almond meal is under there. And we don't want to lose a drop of almond milk. So just press it. See if I can do it. You just press it around. Can you see that? Yeah, you just press it. So you squeeze all the milk into the container. And then this almond meal pulp can dry. So actually, let me put that in the bowl that I just put away. Okay, let me put that away. Because we don't like waste. Let me see. Ricky, glad you quit. Thank you. Yeah, Ricky, I quit like 3 times, and every time, the last time it was cold turkey, I just guzzled water, and that was when I decided to become ultra healthy. That was like, yeah, that I decided to become. No, the penultimate time I quit, the second to last, was when I was like, let me get really healthy, because I wanted to detox and get all that poison out of my system, right? So I would guzzle water. I would carry one of those huge 2-liter bottles of water with me everywhere to parties in Hollywood. And my friends would get embarrassed, and I was like, it's water. What are you embarrassed about? Like, there's so many things you can actually be embarrassed about that people are not. Great, so look, the meal is out, and then you just wash it with a sponge. You just wipe this with a damp cloth because you don't want to soak your motor right in water. And when you're done with the milk, we have our residual that poured out from the basket. These are all so easy to clean. Even the base itself is so easy to clean. Look, it's stainless steel. There's nothing in there, that will cause you a great deal of work to clean. I love things like that. All right, so that's done. We have our lovely almond milk. And guess what I want to show you now? If you remember last week, if you weren't here last week, we started our brunch with espresso because it was a little bit earlier. It was a little bit earlier than I started today, but I wanted to start a little bit later so that people in LA and on that side of the world could tune in at a time when they're awake on a Sunday. So last week we started with espresso because I start my day with a glass of water, espresso, and my probiotics. So that's how I start my day. So we started our inaugural brunch episode with an espresso and this amazing coffee maker. Now the brand sent me this, and I mentioned last week, I brought it up that I had always wanted to buy one because do you remember if you were here last week? Let me show you how I make my coffee. And the little old lady, the little old grandpa, old-fashioned mocha pot. So to keep me tied to my Italian roots. So I've always, for that reason and for an environmental reason, I always kind of, hesitated to buy a coffee maker like this because, most of them come with those pods, which are terrible for the environment. So when the brand was like, would you like this? I was like, let me look into it. And I realized that it has the old school, like if you're in Italy or in a cafe here, right? In a bar in Italy or cafe wherever else in the world, this is exactly right, like the big fancy espresso machines. So I said yes. So I showed you how to make espresso last week, and you remember the fancy thing that I did with the puffed quinoa, which I'll talk about in a minute. I did a fancy thing with the coffee, the espresso cups. So this time, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make an espresso. This is like late brunch after lunch, right? It's 3 p.m., late brunch after lunch. Easy, so easy. Oh, this little jar, which is so cute. It comes, I really like it, so pretty. It comes in, let me pull it up for you. Comes in different colors and sizes, from like bold red and blues and greens to these more subtle. I like this because it reminds me of the ocean, the sea, where my parents are from in Italy. So I love that. So it actually is vacuum sealed. So it keeps your coffee and rice or beans or whatever fresh. Now, let me pull back. You can always go back to the carousel and buy your set of those. Let me come back to the espresso machine. And the price is it has such a good price. Right? We go to the coffee place for like what? It costs almost $10 for a coffee these days. You can just bring it, in your own container. Homemade is always more delicious to me. Yes, again, if you're not following, hit the follow button because I will be doing episodes on vegan storage. Yes. I have so many, water containers and so much storage, like to store food, environmentally friendly. So hit the follow button because you'll also catch maybe weird, I don't know if they're weird, but vegan lifestyle is every aspect. So I will be doing episodes on that and showing you when you make your espresso at home or your cappuccino or mochaccino or latte, or steamed milk or whatever tea, then I will be showing you containers that I have and love to bring it with you. Okay, so I showed this last week. It's so easy. Can you see? Okay, so you just take the espresso. Oh, you know what? This is my spoon. That's my spoon. So it comes with its own little scoop. You scoop it in, and depending on how strong you want it, you put more or less. All right, now you see that it comes with this flat end. That's the tamping end. I'm gonna make sure that I have no grains on the edge. Oh, no grains on the edge here. And our potatoes are done. So we're gonna just tamp that. Okay. All right. Pause with the espresso because I'm just gonna remove the potatoes for 5 to 10 minutes so they'll cool slightly, and then we'll do the final step in that. 1 second. Okay. Oh, let's see how they look too. See? Pretty. Very pretty. Oh God, they smell so good. They smell so herby. Okay. So these are the gratin potatoes. I'll show you the final dish. Let me put these here to cool. This is the final dish, and I could actually use a little reheat because I made this about 2 hours ago. So that's with the dill Havarti cream on it. And I'll bring that brand up for you when we do the final step to finalize the ones that just came out of the oven. Let me set this timer for 5 minutes. Okay, now back to the espresso. Let me see, there are comments. Oh no, Ricky, I actually like, Ricky's asking if, I guess you're all in the chat, but we have this show is on live on many different platforms, on many different Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle platforms. So Ricky, who's in the chat here on Amazon Live, if you're watching on another platform, go to Amazon. What is it again? How do I not have this memorized? Go to, oh man, this is so easy too. Amazon.com/live/Lucia Vegan Lifestyle. Come to us. So Ricky is here on Amazon Live and asking, how bad will you chastise me if I put ketchup on the potatoes? LOL. So I don't know. You know what? I like ketchup, but I like organic ketchup. But I prefer vegan mayo or like mustard on my potatoes. Actually, mustard might go nicely on this. Do you like mustard on your potatoes? It's all, look, Ricky, as long as we're not harming animals, I'm happy. Harming animals or other human beings, I'm happy. So if you want ketchup on these potatoes, go ahead. Actually, when we taste this together, I will taste it with ketchup and see and see if I like it. So dill Havarti, I think it would go okay with ketchup. What do you say, Ricky? What do you say? Mustard is all right. Okay. Well, the first time I went to Wales, we went to a fish and chips shop, and I only had chips, of course, being vegan. And I was giggling my butt off because I didn't realize that there are places that really still serve in newspaper and with vinegar, which is so delicious. I love vinegar on my potatoes. So good. On my chips. So good. All right. So back to the espresso. We tamped it down. We put our espressos in with our scoop. Then we tamped it down with the tamping end, right? And if you want it a little bit stronger, I'm going to try it this time. You can tamp it a little bit harder. That makes the water more difficult to come up. So in the back of this machine, there is a water tank. And it has 2 fill lines. Can you see? Minimum and maximum. So you fill it between those 2. I have it just above minimum, so I'm safe. Okay, there. You just put it goes right into its base. Did you see that, or was I blocking? So easy. Easy. And I just hit it, but you don't even need to. That was just Italian dramatic emphasis. So it's plugged in. You turn on, it has 3 buttons here, okay? So you turn on the middle button, and do you see them flashing from there? Let's bring it closer. Flashing. Now, when they stop flashing, that means that the water is heated and ready to go. Okay, so just a couple more seconds. We will chat while that's happening. They use vinegar. You put vinegar on your greens. Oh yeah, what kind of vinegar? There's so many different kinds of, I actually have a collection of different vinegars too. What kind of vinegar do you put on your greens, Ricky? And anyone else, please join the conversation. I use a lot of apple cider vinegar, not only in my food, but also in my skin. If you've watched the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle Beauty, I have a nighttime ritual. I have my, whatever, vegan skin. If you hit, after we're done here, if you hit watch my previous live streams, you can see, makeup I've done, all vegan makeup, skincare, yes, my nighttime beauty ritual, which is very long. I hope the results are okay, but at least it's relaxing, and really, really good products, everything from high-end to affordable, all quality and all really effective. So one of my favorite masks, which is very affordable, is a clay mask. And if you mix it with apple cider vinegar, it kind of bubbles a little, which not only feels good, but it causes a chemical reaction that helps cleanse your skin more deeply. So apple cider vinegar on your greens and on your face. Ricky, do you do that? Do you do an apple cider vinegar? Yeah, that's the one I use too. Ooh, coleslaw. I've made slaw with red cabbage, which I love, but coleslaw, I haven't really had in a long time, since stopping eating dairy. But I think even before that, because we associate coleslaw with diners, and I don't know, my dad, I think, is watching. Daddy could have, my dad is not, he doesn't do technology like we do. So he can't type about the coleslaw in diners, but it had animal mayo, so I wasn't eating it. So, okay, our espresso machine is heated and ready for us. So you take your espresso, I don't know, what do you call this, a wand, and it's so easy. You just push it up in here. See it has the grooves, and then you just turn. Easy. Let me get a cup. Here's my cup from Positano in Italy, where they make these beautiful ceramics, hand-painted ceramics. So you place, and I'll show you why I'm using the bigger cup. This espresso machine comes with the single espresso or the double, right? So I think this is for ristretto. I haven't even checked what this one is for. I'll find out next time, I promise. I put the single espresso in there. You see the 3 red lights are on. Now, I'm going to show you from the side. You put your cup on the tray, and then it has 3. Okay, so it's in the center right now, right? So it's off. Then on this side is the steam button or setting, and here's the espresso setting. Now this is a semi-automatic espresso machine. It's the only kind of that we like. So semi-automatic, because you control how long or short you want your espresso. So I'm going to turn it to the coffee dial and make an espresso, and I like it shorter, usually with less water. Here we go. Okay, can you see it coming out? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. All right, so I'm done. I want it short, and I will show it shorter, and I will show you why, because now I'm going to show you how the rest of the machine works. Okay, so dripping a little. Okay, so I left it, and it already has this light, lovely foam on it. So guess what? We have our homemade almond milk. I'm going to pour some in here. What a lovely brunch or afternoon treat this is, right? So I'm not going to fill it all the way. Okay, I put it there. Now you see this little wand? We have our home cafe, our home bar. So I showed you the dials. It's in the middle now because it's off. That's the espresso dial. And we have the steamer dial. So remember the 3 lights? This is the on off. So we want the steamer button. We're going to hit that. And it's flashing. When it goes solid red, we know that it's ready for us. Oh, it's ready for us. Okay. So all we do is put our cup there and then turn the dial to steam. Oh la la! Oh. I'm trying to make a heart, everybody, but I've never, I don't know. Oh! You will not be a disaster like I am if you do this. Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, I think you're supposed to like, all right, see, you have to submerge it more. Okay, there you go. Submerge it. Okay, well, anyway, aside from my ineptness, you get a nice foam, right? And you can get it more foamy if you're more adept than I am. So let's try this. Oh God, that is so good. That is so good. Homemade, your homemade, your home coffee bar, your home cafe. So good. Yummy. Really, really good. Okay, great. So now that I've made this mess, let me clean that up. And we can get to, I'm going to turn this off, right, with that center button. And good thing this is easy to clean. You just wipe that down with a damp cloth. And be careful handling it after you've steamed because it's hot. Yeah, I probably burned myself. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm glad I'm doing this with you so you can see what not to do. All right, so we got that. All right, it is time to complete our potatoes. All right, so we have our gratin, right? This is I only did 3 potatoes here, so for demo purposes. So let me get the cheese. Let me pull that up. We're using, it's a dill Havarti. So it's all plant-based cheeses and women-owned, family-run, really great. And you can get this pack of 6 different flavors of spreads and dips. Amazing. If you were here last week, you remember that I did gluten-free toast with the Gouda version of this, which comes in this 6-pack, and with some black cherry preserves. It was so good. So now we're going to get a little bit more fancy. We're going to make this. Okay, but a simpler version. Okay, so remember the silicone wand. Let me pull that up in case you want to, in case you didn't add it to your cart earlier and you want to add it now. Wand, it's not a wand. It's a magic wand. No, it's not a wand. It is actually a spatula. And it's great. I explained it. So it's like $6. I think that's its always price, but in case it changes, that was the accurate price at the time of this live stream. I need to make sure of that, to say that. So this is what we did. We spread the dill, the herbed oil with this spatula. And as I mentioned before, it's a great spatula for, scraping down your food processor or your blender, icing cakes. So, and it's also great for plant spreads. So we're just going to put this plant spread on top of the potatoes and in between some of them. Okay, so now the recipe that I had earlier for the baking pan, this is 6 potatoes and I used about half of the container of the cheese. So you can put more if you want. I think it looks nice and cheesy, but you can put more if you want. I just saved some so that I could demo this for you. So spread it on top, right? Just gonna spread it on top first. And you know what, you can even use this as a dip. So Ricky, for example, you can even mix it with your ketchup if you want, or just put like, some of this on the side of your plate with some of the ketchup and take your potatoes and dip it, but this is like a little bit of a more, let's say, fancy. So all I'm doing, this is what, like I mentioned earlier, this is why I love this spatula. See how easy it goes between the potato slices? If you were using something else, it wouldn't be this easy, but this just slides right in and you can just get that in there. So good. It makes your life so much easier. Such a simple tool, right? And it just, sorry, I was going to say that simple tool could be an insult to somebody, but I don't do that. I don't insult people like that. But it just made me giggle for a minute. So such a simple tool, and it gets right in the middle of there. So what we're going to do is put this back in the oven uncovered for another 10 minutes so that the cheese can melt and get in there. All right, put it back in. All right, and set the timer. Oh no, not the oven. God, I need to eat something. Timer. There we go. 10. Okay, good. 10 minutes for that. And I'm going to put the cheese away. Let me bring the cheese back on here for you so that you can add that to your cart with all the delicious flavors. I have such an exciting recipe coming, and I keep thinking about it for like football season. It's an original Lucia's vegan lifestyle recipe based on a very popular recipe that vegans love. So I'm going to make that during my vegan gluten-free snacks episode. So if you're not following yet, please hit that follow button, because I have some exciting snacks. Everything from I'm making the snack I just mentioned, I'm going to make with one of the flavors of this cheese. So if you get this now, well, get two, because you're going to want to eat one immediately and you're going to want to save one of each flavor to cook with me. So I have more recipes coming up using this brand, and that one I cannot wait to make it with you. It's just, I made it for a friend as a surprise birthday, a vegan friend, and they were like knocked out of their socks. Is that the same? Knocked off their feet. All right. So they loved it. And I can't wait to make it for you, because I have not made it live with anyone. So you will be getting it first. So add this to your cart. Be sure to order it. Order two. Let me put this in the fridge. Okay. So we were going to make, let me see, are there comments? They call that thing the coffee. Oh, the point. Yes. Thank you, Ricky. Now I can't do this without you, Ricky. You're going to have to come to every single episode. All right. So, okay, portafilter. Now, okay, what time is it? It's like, it's 3:20, 3, 2, 1, 12. In LA, it's 12:30. So people are still having brunch, or you can have pancakes for dinner if you like. Pancakes for lunch or dinner if you like. So I was sent this brand, and this is a Black woman-owned company. And if I'm remembering the story right, I actually saw them on Instagram, and I reached out to them because I like to support, women-owned, Black-owned, family-owned companies. So you see that big vegan across I love that. I love seeing that word so big. So they wanted to get healthier, so they made their own pancakes. And these have gluten in it. So this is the only dish during this episode that we're going to make that has gluten in it. But it's very easy to make. So let me get the equipment. A bowl, 2 tablespoons of oil, that. Is that 3/4 cup? 3/4 cup of water. Let me get a little bit more water. Okay, there we go. 3/4 cup water. And let me get a dry. Where did I put it? Where did I put my other measuring cup? Mysteries. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let me get a pan because I have the potatoes here. Oh my God, that's potatoes. The tofu. Oh my God. So I love this brunch. This brunch into, last time we did brunch into lunch. Now we're going to do brunch into dinner. Let me get a pan and let me show you the pan brand that I'm using and the set that I have in the set that I have in the carousel for you right now is more elaborate than the set I have, and the set I have is already wonderful. So I'll show you. It comes with the medium skillet that I showed you and the lid. Comes with this enormous skillet, and these are all oven safe, so I really love them. Let me get the smaller. Okay. So I'm just going to use the smaller skillet for our pancakes. Get that back in. Okay. I wish you could see all the behind the scenes. All right, so let's do this. All right, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to heat the grill on low heat for now. Those heat up really fast. All right, so we need 1 cup of mix. Okay, 1 cup of mix, 3/4 cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of oil. So easy. I love easy stuff. All right, so we're going to do 1 cup. There we go. And look, that's the couple on the back of the bag who created this brand. I love that. All right, so 1 cup flour, 3/4 cup water, and our 2 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil, I'm so Italian. And we just, where did I put the spatula? Just mix it until there are no lumps. So let's do this. I love pancakes. Do you? I usually have them with, I like to put almond butter on them and some maple syrup and fruits, either banana slices or berries. And sometimes I drizzle plant yogurt on it, which is so good. So that's a nice meal in itself. So if you're doing brunch or pancakes for lunch or pancakes for dinner, then or breakfast, if I forgot breakfast, then you can do this. And you can also make savory pancakes. You know, if you toss like some scallions in here, slice up some scallions really thinly and toss them in here with some salt, the salt that we have here in the carousel with the pepper, or some kimchi. I don't know if you guys eat kimchi. We talked about coleslaw. Kimchi is a fermented cabbage. It's really and spicy. The traditional recipe has anchovies, so I have to be sure to get the vegan version, and I love it. I love it so much that it's so good for you, and I love that it's spicy, and I love cabbage, and it's crunchy, and I add it to soups. I even sometimes add it to my pasta. So we talked about ketchup on potatoes. kimchi and pasta. Well, where's pasta from? It's not from Italy originally. So it makes sense. But you can make kimchi pancakes. So if you want a savory, okay, so there we go. I think, and it doesn't say to grease the pan. Let me just double check. Let me see. Pour, yeah, that's all it says. Pour a quarter cup batter for each pancake onto the hot surface. It says griddle, electric griddle, non-stick skillet. Oh, I don't have, this is not non-stick because I don't like, I don't like the idea of the plastic coming off in my food. Let me get a little bit of plant butter. A little plant butter. And then we just pour a quarter cup per pancake into the pan. Okay. Coat the bottom of the pan with that butter. Right? All right. So now, all right. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And then pancakes when they're bubbling on the edges or they're bubbling, that's when you flip them over. So we'll let that cook for a minute. We have 12 seconds until our potatoes are ready. So let's take a look at that. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, sauerkraut. Yes, I love sauerkraut, Ricky. There's actually one that's made, fermented raw with no cooked, the cabbage isn't cooked, it's just raw fermented with curry turmeric. Oh God, it's so good. I love it. Yeah, so I do. The traditional one I haven't had in a long time, but I do love sauerkraut. And I do not eat eggs. I don't use anything. I don't use anything from animals, anything. As much as possible, of course. There are probably things that, slip through because you just can't research everything. But this is why I started Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, my television show, and here on Amazon Live and other platforms, because, people say it's hard to be vegan. And I've been vegan since 1996, vegetarian since I was 12, and vegan since 1996. So because I already have to do so much research just for my daily life, right? To buy my sponges, to wash my dishes, my dish soap, my makeup, my hair products. That's why I offered Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle here, because Amazon is really, even growing all of its vegan offerings, so many brands and products and items. So I want to help people live cruelty-free with compassion towards our fellow sentient beings, and finding things to live their best vegan life here on Amazon. All right, our pancake is bubbling. You see that? And I can see it's getting brown around the edges. Oh, I love pancakes that are easy to flip. Yes, thank you. Ooh, how pretty. All right, put it down on the flame. All right, so what we're gonna do is our potatoes are ready. It's plating time. Plating time. Love it. This is my favorite part of the meal. All right, so let me start getting everything ready. Let me get just a serving spoon. What did I have this left on for you guys? Is there anything you guys are missing? Is there anything that you guys want? Oh, I didn't put the nutritional yeast. Oh, here, look, you guys, the holidays are coming up, and I've shown so many times the salt and pepper, which is in the carousel for you. But if you want to get a beautiful gift or start, getting ready for your own decor to entertain for the holidays, I love this. I get so many compliments on this salt and pepper shaker set. It's stainless steel. Of course, it has the openings to put your salt and pepper in, probably these. It either makes a great gift for people or to have when you're entertaining, or for yourself. It's just so nice to have pretty things around the house. And this is such a great price. Either way, for things that will last a lifetime. So it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to have either on your table or on your countertop. It really adds some elegance. So that's a great gift, or for yourself if you want to add that to your cart. All right. Ooh, it looks like I'm going to let the pancake cook for just another minute, because what I want to do is remove, oh, yummy. They smell so good. Let me show you. I can't wait for video to have sense of smell and taste. Okay. So I think also, you see it's like a little bit baked, a little bit golden on there. So you can either do it like that, or if you want, you can mix it with a little bit of your homemade almond milk or plant milk, nut milk, oat milk, soy milk. Now that you're going to have your home plant milk maker, and you can mix that with the cheese to make, if you want it to be a little bit smoother and kind of more of a a sauce than a cream. But you know what? This is going to taste delicious. All right, so let's plate. All right, we have pancake. Pancake, done. How beautiful will this look at the center of your table for, if you celebrate Thanksgiving or any of the holidays coming up, or just a regular dinner or a meal for yourself, right? It was so easy to make. We're going to take the hot one. Hot one. Oh, how pretty. Do that. And then, you can even see this. Sorry. All right. Now you can see it? Yeah, good. So just going to slide it off the spatula like this. Let me put this here so I don't burn myself. And now we get some of our tofu with the mushrooms, our trippin' truffle parm tofu. Yummy. And how pretty is that? Now, we need, what do we need? Oh, you know what? We need something on our pancake. Oh. So why don't we repeat what we did last week and use the smoked Gouda on it? So we have this really flavorful dish. Oh, I'm so excited. Just I can use my spatula. Did you guys add this to your cart yet? I want to see if people are as excited about it as I am. So I'm just going to spread, excuse my hands. I'm just going to spread some of this on here. And you know what? If you want, I like brunch. I like brunch because, it's the sweet and savory, right? So maybe I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. Hold on. Oh, it looks so good already to me. I hope it does to you as well. No, I'm not going to do anything crazy. Oh my God, I really love this. I'm actually going to do, we talked about savory pancakes. So let me do that. So I put the Gouda spread on this. I'm going to add a little bit of the new pepper on that. Just, it looks so pretty. And it's on the other two things, so it'll make it all kind of uniform. Now, on the potatoes, I'm going to add a little bit extra dried dill. It already, you can't see it from there. I'm going to show you up close. And what else? And then we're going to finish off the tofu with this delicious truffle oil, which I told you I drizzle this on my pasta, on my popcorn. It makes such a delicious, elegant snack. And I do put some of this salt and pepper on it. So good. And I also do put nutritional yeast, which I showed you guys this brand last week. I really love the quality of it family owned since like 1979. This is a pound. It's as big as my head, and I love it. It's really, really, it's vegan, gluten-free, preservative-free. Look at all the nutrients that it has. Oh, we see the low calorie 40 has all of those nutrients. So I'm going to sprinkle some on top of the tofu. And you know, nutritional yeast also gives a little bit of a cheese taste. So it's fantastic for dairy-free mac and cheese. You saw me put it in the pasta last week. So let us, oh, and then let me drizzle some of the oil. I'm gonna bring that back up for you. Are you guys putting this stuff in your cart? You have such a lovely pantry. It'll be like you're in Lucia's kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna drizzle some truffle oil on I want to put it on everything, but the theme of the tofu is trippin' truffle, right? So do that. Oh my God. All right. So we have our Sunday brunch plate. What do you think? I'm going to take a bite of everything. So, ooh, what should I start with? All right. So, oh my God. All right. Tofu with the mushrooms that rehydrated, right? Tofu, trippin' truffle tofu with mushrooms and kale. No, that is amazing. And so truffly, so good, and a little bit spicy because that pepper gives it a good kick. So now let's try the potatoes with the Havarti dill cream sauce. Oh, wow. And now let's try it. Shouldn't be eating gluten because I have a terrible reaction to it, but I've got to taste this pancake. So the pancake has the Gouda spread on it and some pepper. I need a knife. Okay. Oh, yummy. Let me show you this. So delicious. Fluffy pancake. I'm gonna have more potato. Wow. And we have our cappuccino. And thank you all for joining me for Sunday vegan brunch. You can make any of this for any meal. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, please hit follow. Follow me on social media so you know what's coming up next as well. And then you can always comment, you know, and let me know if there are things that you need for vegan living that you're not finding, that you would like me to find, or topics you would want me to feature. So join me in about an hour. I'm gonna go get prepped for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm gonna show you some products and items that I've used during my cancer treatment and recovery and to prevent recurrence. So that's in about an hour. Hit the follow button so you know when I go live, and I will see you back here in a little while. Thanks so much for joining me.